Good afternoon, YouTube. Short video. Today we're going to go over the researcher. Some people actually don't know how to use this, believe it or not, because they've asked me. If you hit F1 for your survival guide and bring it up, and you go under craft and research, researching, collect new crafting recipes by leveling up or researching new recipes yourself. So in other words, if I give you a samurai sword, which I don't even know where they come from, to be honest, but I've got one, well, several actually, because I hand them out to people now that I make them. It's something that you can research the recipe on. So if somebody gives you a samurai sword, like a katana, or they give you anything, drop it on the researcher. Okay, now, of course, you will be sacrificing this item, okay? And whatever the timer says on there, it's real time. Okay, the only thing not real in this game for time is day and night sequence. Otherwise, yeah, if something's going to take 5 minutes or 10 hours or 70 hours, yeah, it's going to take it. Unless you got enough gems to fast track. Anyways, so using the researcher, a lot of people don't even know to hit F1. Right? Now, I've done a lot of videos on this game and probably a couple more yet, I'm not sure. We'll see how things go. But I wanted to specifically go on this one because this is a topic that's come up a couple of times in the last day or so with a few people. Like, how do I do crafting? Well, normally you just, press X, and when you do that, it'll bring up a list of things that you can actually craft. Now, some things are unlocked by level, specifically, but you don't have to wait, okay? Not necessarily. If you already have an item and it's not in your craft list, you can put it through the researcher and get the recipe. Then you just got to collect all the items required to create it. Now, the one thing we are having a problem with is the gold crossbow. Now, I do have a number of these because a few of them were given to me and I researched one of them. And all you need is gold, cloth, and of course you need an iron crossbow. I've never come across an iron crossbow. Nobody else has either yet. And I've started to search the ocean for underwater caves, and so far no dice. And the ocean does have a limit to it too, and it kind of, once you breach the limit of the size of the ocean, well, it bounces you back to just outside of camp or in camp, depending on, I guess, which side of the ocean you were on and how far it transports you back. But anyway. So that's one thing that, yes, it's got craftability. No, you cannot buy this in the gem store. It was probably a special like my glider. Now, my glider, on the other hand, it cannot be researched. It can't be crafted. The gem store does have one that is and can be crafted, and you can make multitudes of the suckers, hand them out to people, whatever. Mine has kind of like this jellyfish thing. It's called a rainbow glider. And has a trail of rainbows behind it as you're flying. It's kind of cool. But anyway, back to the crafting table. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're obviously not going to have one at level 0 or level 1. I think it's either 3 or 4 that you get the crafting table. As soon as you get your first stash box, I think you get the crafting table at the same time. Can't remember. It's been a while, and I'm level 20 now. Anyway, so you walk up to it. It's going to glow. Okay, and then you're going to press C. Now, if I want to find out about my bullets, because I want to make my own bullets, instead of trying to find bullets for my AR or my ADS rifle, same gun, the only difference is red dot versus no red dot. Anyways, then I can put on the researcher, and I can already tell you that it will tear it apart. It'll take 1 unit from the 90, and it's going to research it and craft out the recipe. Now, even though all the pieces will already be there in the list to tell you what you need, which is simply just steel anyway, okay, or metal. You don't even need gunpowder for bullets, interestingly enough. I'm surprised. But anyways, it's going to just take 1 unit of whatever you dump on there and give you back the rest, okay? Now, it could be a 5-minute timer, it could be 20 minutes, it could be a half an hour, it could be 2 hours, who knows, right? I don't even remember myself. But I can make every single bullet in the game. I can make every single gun in the game. There are things that cannot absolutely be researched at all. Like I said, one of them is my glider. The other would be, just trying to think now. The scooter for underwater, the underwater scooter, it can't be crafted, so there's no research for it. And there's a few other things too, but you'll find out. Oh yeah, the red dot. The red dot you have to find. Now I've got a ton of red dots that I've collected through the game from my winnings, right? From kills or boxes I've opened, etc. All right, and anyways, so using the crafting table is pretty simple and straightforward once you have that crafting table. Okay. Now, once the recipe's done and you've compiled the components, which you'll know ahead of time, get the stuff together, and away you go. Everything on this island has a purpose and a use, except we still can't figure out what the hell the bones are for. We do collect bones at times out of our kills. No idea what the bones are for. I've collected a bunch, but I haven't collected a ton yet, so I have no idea what the bones are for, and there's nothing in any of my crafting recipes that require bones, so I honestly don't know. And without being able to find the iron crossbow, I can't actually make any more gold ones in the sense of crafting them, but I can duplicate them because I have a video called Island Survival Alpha Game Tricks, okay? And this is so far it seems to be undisturbed. It's a way in which we can duplicate anything, okay? Like if I run short on ammo, I can literally duplicate my entire stash of ammo faster than I can make it with steel, okay, in the crafting menu. I found that out, so I figured, well, you know, if I really need an emergency stash, and I'm only missing like, you know, 15, 20 clips kind of thing, or not 15 or 20. Oh yeah, even that. I can actually duplicate them all faster than I can actually punch them out of steel, okay? So I have a bag here that is completely full. There's 20 of them in here, 90 rounds each. Okay, and this is for the AR. This is 5.56 ammo. Now, I try not to touch this ammo. I try to just leave 2 90s and, you know, whatever else is left over of another one in there at all times, because this is the only place your gun can feed ammo is from the main bag. And I do not have a lot of spots open. Okay, so every time I collect 4 independent items, yeah, I gotta move them over to this bag and start filling this up. Okay, and I got more ammo here, spare transporter, and other stuff, right? So you're definitely gonna need a lot of bags in this game, preferably the military ones, because they do hold 20 rounds, 20 things each. Now, anything that's of the same, for example, okay, mushrooms. They can all be stacked together in one block until you can't stack anymore. Extra bags. These are ones I've collected that I can craft all these now. Why do I have them? I'm going to give them out to players, right? You know, that just want a smaller bag even. Water bottles, I've collected a few of them and then I duplicated to get the rest of them up to where they are. Furnaces, I made all the furnaces. They're pretty fast to make. You just need some stone and clay, and you can make furnaces, but first you gotta have the crafting recipe either unlocked, or if somebody gives you a furnace, even before you have a researcher, you can literally recipe it out with the researcher, and you can make it right away. So you don't have to wait until you level up, in other words. As long as you've got your researcher, you can do anything. Now, I'm gonna do another video about the foods too, and what I've learned so far, yeah, so this was the crafting video for you guys today. Just a short one. It's all it needs to be anyway, so just remember, go up to the crafter when you get it. It's called research. Press C, dump the item on here, click research. It takes one item, destroys it to take it apart to give you the recipe. When the recipe's ready and you've got the materials, you can craft them to your heart's content. Okay, and that's with anything that's craftable. Okay, you will know, because if you dump a red dot sight on there, it'll say there's no crafting recipe. Okay, you dump my glider on there, no crafting recipe. The game glider that you can buy from the gem store, or get it as a gift from somebody, in which case even I'll give you one. They're around here someplace. That's these ones here. Okay, now these ones, just to give you a better view of what it actually looks like. That's what it looks like. Okay, and trying to. It's a good glider. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm fine with it, you know. But I do like mine. It's kind of really cool. So, but anyways, and make sure you only have in your toolbar what you absolutely need to have too. That's another biggie. Transporters. I've handed these out to people and they're like, "What's a transporter?" That's to save your butt. Okay, I went ocean diving earlier. Okay, and of course, if you're too close to sharks when you go to dive, they're coming after you. It turns out all the way. They are relentless. They will not give up until they kill you or transport out of there, and you're back at home base. Okay, and it took me my third try before I got far enough away from sharks when I dove in that they'd leave me alone. And once you're down deep enough, they're not going to bug you. Okay, but if you have one tailing you, it's going to be hard to kill. And even though you can use a gun, you need to use the gun head on with it, and that's actually quite difficult, especially when you're down deep. And so is the katana, right? Although the laws of physics don't apply to the gun in the game as far as shooting underwater goes, it is effective. It can work, but you better have your health up really high. I run about well, I'm at 200 peaches right now, and that gives me 1101 for my health. Okay, yeah, I think it's about 200 peaches. But anyways, so I just collect a bunch and I eat them really fast. So I do duplicate a lot of them too. So I got tons of them. Same with bananas. I eat a ton of those for stamina, because if you're going to swim underwater, it uses a lot of stamina. Eat 100 peaches, you're going to be over 3,000 stamina. You're good for a while. You're going to need scuba tanks to breathe underwater. Collect them up and stack them. You can stack these things, okay? I stack 100 at a time, okay? So I'm like 4 short of 1,000 right now, because I used a few last time out. These are the transporters here, okay? And they can go into groups of 3. That's the most they can go, but they're craftable. Tanks are craftable. Flashlight is craftable. You got to get one first. Somebody's got to have one to give you one, and it just requires, I think it's a steel block or steel sheet and battery. But you can certainly craft the flashlight. Where is it? It's here someplace. I got a big list of stuff. Steel bar. So you're going to need a steel bar, 1 steel bar, and of course 1 battery. Now these can go into groups of 999 batteries, 999 steel bars. Right now I'm actually making obsidian in the forge, so, and it's got another hour to go. It's been about 60 some hours so far, just to make obsidian ignin. These are the scooters that can't be crafted, but they can be duplicated. So I duplicated a bunch of these tanks. I duplicate these because it's faster for me. So once I learned that trick, it was kind of cool. And I do have the video on it, so go check out Island Survivor Alpha videos on my channel and you'll find it. Anyhow, that's all I got for you guys on this one today. Hope it helps, and you got a lot of extra information too, which I tend to put into my videos anyways, just to give you a little bit extra. So in the meantime, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll definitely get you on the next one. See ya.